Hello, members, lovely, lovely members. Thank you all so much for the extra support that you all do, despite what um I don't even know what they're called. Despite what rank you are, I guess I'll say. I appreciate all the support so much. And I'm gonna start making more content for you all. I've just been talking to my guides about what I should do because I'm not really too sure, and I'm always open to suggestions, just what kind of stuff we should do. So we're just gonna dive in. Pluto goes into direct today, and I hope you guys are doing fine because it's been rough. It's been very rough. We're going from Pluto Capricorn to Pluto Aquarius. So that goes from working, over stressing about work to then coming back to yourself and seeing how much progress has you've been working on. No longer so focused on the external or brute forcing through things that used to be struggles of the past. Now it's seeing almost how hard you've been on yourself, almost like who you are meant to be. Your shadow side, showing you both the because we live on a spectrum or a plane, showing you both the good and bad sides of your shadow side. Yes, your shadow side pushes you and really puts you in that direct leadership mode, puts you in that Capricorn. I'm gonna do anything I gotta fucking do. I'm gonna do it right, and ain't no one gonna stop me type attitude. And seeing how almost too much of that ruins you. It's really coming into balance with who you are, especially because a lot of people, and especially if you're on this journey, you end up getting hit with so much bullshit from people's opinions of how you should be, and then you look at people who are in a higher or not, not no, excuse me, I shouldn't say higher, in a vibration that fit a vibration that you want to be in, you know what I mean? Like they fit the vibration you want to be in, and you see how they work, and maybe they're like an extreme workaholic that goes 24/7, and you start adopting those ideas like maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. And that's kind of what we've been working through for the past 3 years. For some of you, 7 to 8 years. But it's really removing these boundaries and showing you who you are. And yes, though you are a very hard worker, it's time to come to yourself. It's time to rest because you can't really receive an award if you're working. You know what I mean? Um, and that's so funny. Spirit brought this to my attention. That's so funny. So whenever I was a child, whenever I was like, I say child, still, whenever I was like, damn, how old was I? Like 9, 10, 11, between those ages, I was doing three sports at once. I was doing soccer, I was doing baseball, I was doing basketball. And for some reason, all three of them had a tournament on the same day. And I had to choose which one. Now I could do two of them. That was the hardest part. I was able to do two games. And I was an energetic kid. I mean, shit. But so I could choose between two of them because it was either because soccer was first. Soccer was the first tournament. It was early, so I either did soccer then basketball or soccer then baseball. And baseball was right next to the soccer field, and basketball we had to drive a little bit to get to it, but it wasn't that far away. And I was sitting there, and I was thinking because it was after the game, and we won the game for the soccer. I don't know what that means. Like it doesn't necessarily matter, but I feel like it does. You know what I mean? Like just telling the story. And I remember I was sitting there and I was sitting in the dugout and I looked at my dad about 5 minutes before the game began. I was like, I just don't want to do this. So I went to go to the basketball game instead. And we did that one and we won. But I still got a trophy. I still got the championship trophy for for the baseball, not championship for Little League, whatever the fuck that's called. You know what? I think it was like a participation trophy, actually, to be honest. I didn't even participate in it, but I still got a trophy. But it's really like it was part of what I put effort into. And when you come back to yourself, when you stop working on everything, because this is what this Pluto is doing. This Pluto direct has made areas like it's put a full stop on people's life for the past like week, 2 weeks. Like there's nothing flowing in, there's nothing going out because you have to rest. And during that, you're going to be reaping the rewards from everything you've worked on. And that's why the divine made me tell this story because even though I didn't participate in the baseball game, I still got the trophy. I still got the reward. I got the photo still with the team and everything. Like I got everything like I was still doing it, right? And they were upset at me that I chose basketball over them, but I didn't necessarily give a fuck because it was up to me. And I did not like baseball at all. I hated it. They put me up against fucking middle schoolers when I was in elementary school. Those fuckers threw really fast balls, and apparently since I was one of the best, I couldn't like I didn't even know what that meant at the time. Like I just like playing sports. But I kept getting striked out every time when they would do it because they stopped letting me use the electronic pitcher. They switched to an actual person, which fucked up everything. It ruined the whole sport because then I didn't want to fucking play anymore. Um, I was not a competitive person. The second someone put me on a pedestal for competition, I said no. I would leave immediately. I had my areas that I would stick in, and if I was pushed anywhere else, I'd say no, just because I knew what I was capable of back then. Like I don't know, it was just how it was in sports and shit. But it's like you know who you are now, and you put in all this work, and now that you're unable to work, now that you're filling yourself in with energy, it's time to receive all those rewards, all the wars, all of the blessings from the war. All the I want to say war, like war. I don't know why. I'm slurring my words for some reason. It's weird. But you're getting your prizes. You're getting what you deserve from all sorts of things. It's like tiny projects that you started and like you did work on and you might have stopped. It's going to start flowing things and things are being revived for you. Um, which is beautiful. It's a whole revival of character is what I'm getting. And even while talking about it, I keep getting like the nut. I keep hearing it too. It's like don't tell them not to worry about how they think. It doesn't matter what you think. And this is coming straight from the divine. It doesn't matter what you think because what you've put work and effort into is more than you can see on the physical. You've been putting in so much work on the physical that you feel like the physical is working against you. It's like you're working at a spite because you're not seeing the rewards on the physical. And the divine needs you to really focus in on the fact that all the work that you've done is like casting a shadow over your blessings. You've proven who you are to yourself, maybe to others, and it's time to really like step into it. I'm gonna pull like a few cards and we'll see what pops out. Um, but we're not gonna do anything too crazy. So judgment wants to like stay in the box. Oh yeah, it's like the divine trying to get your attention as well. The divine's trying to show you where you're about to go. There's something about you're seeing the signs, but you're like, I don't believe in it. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, with the Six of Swords popping out, genuinely. It's like you believe it, but you're like, and it's not like you've given up hope. Because it's this really weird, like wobbly line that I'm seeing. Because you really do know how much work you're putting in. You see all the signs and everything, but you're also so focused on the physical that it's like once you see the sign, you're expecting it to pop in instantly, really quickly. And the divine needs to know the quicker it comes in, the faster it's going to go. You know what I mean? So there's that. That might have been a lesson that you need to learn from a past situation as well. Look at your past situations and think about things that rarely quickly attached. They most likely disappeared within like a year or two, maybe up to 5 years. Like it was a short-lived blessing almost, or the blessing turned sour really quick because something didn't go towards plans, and that's because it was rushed. And the divine's trying to teach you about patience, and that's the biggest lesson that we're always going to be hounded about. Thank you, Angel, for being here. I don't know if you can ever see them, but I'll always catch a glimpse of them. I always will. I don't like they always just fly around like that. Oh my God, thank you. You reminded me. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about this message twice. I'm gonna be doing a video for the entirety of Collective as well today. I gotta look at my phone. But this is like a prophetic thing as well, because this is what I've been needing to talk about all day. But I was told specifically that this is split for two. Okay, hold on. I'm about to sneeze, so I'm telling you right now. The reason I have to talk about this message twice is because it's different. For members, this is like a direct. It's more precise. I'm able to get closer to pushing forward. You know what I mean? I'm able to give you a better condensed, concise image. But for the whole collective, it means it's a different message. I don't know. The divines make me do this in a weird way. But I had a dream, and I was, where the fuck was I? What was that area? I don't remember what it was. No, it was like some sort of fucking big ass classroom. So I always have these dreams of me being in classrooms because I'm always like that. I'm always learning. I can't not learn. But every time in these dreams, I'm always like the teacher, but I'm also sitting in the students' chair. So I'm literally like just going back through different classes to like help people and shit. It's so interesting. I love my I could go on forever about my dreams, but I'll talk about this one. So I was in the classroom and I seen someone. Their name was Christian. I don't you, This person really wasn't in my life. My life, we played soccer together in like middle school, and he was in high school. And it was something about like the final tournament we had. He like didn't like me because we lost, and I was the goalie, so apparently it was all my fault. And not the countless people in front of me. Anyway, I love accountability. Anyway, um, um, we I had this photo on my. I was looking at my phone, and I had this really funny video playing. And when I look, no, we were in a restaurant. We were in some sort of restaurant. It wasn't a classroom. It was a restaurant. Thank you, Spirit, because as I'm talking about it, it's coming to me. And I was sitting there, and I looked up, and it was like these people in like green and yellow outfits, like jerseys, on my phone. And I looked up, and they were sitting across the table from us, and I started laughing my ass off. Like I thought it was funny as I don't know what it was so funny about it. I really don't. I have to do a reading about it because it's real. I was laughing my ass off in the dream, and this subtitles popped up on my phone, and it said Proverbs 9:25, and I got up and ran to one of my friends who was sitting there. Their name's Aaron. I haven't talked to this kid in forever, man. One of the most like coolest friends. We had a lot of paranormal activity witnessing happen together from like youth. So like we just are in it like that. And I was telling him about it. I was like, you'll never believe this. These guys, the same ones that are like on my phone are over there. But I couldn't find the video again. And I was like, I can't find the video, but it was talking about Proverbs 9:25. And Christian looked at me and was like, Proverbs 9:25? I said, yeah, I'll send you the photo later because I can't find it. I ignored I ignored Aaron for some reason. I talked to Christian, and what was his name? It began with a J, right? No, it was Jeremiah. His name was Jeremiah, yeah. So another kid on the soccer team was in the dream. I haven't seen these people at all, like since middle school. It's crazy. But he popped up in my head. And I was like, apparently I was really buddy buddy with him in the dream. And I put my hand on his shoulder and said, hey, I'm going to send you a photo soon. I need you to send it to Christian. So he pulls out his phone and goes, okay. I said, not right now, in a minute. And I woke up right after that. So when I woke up, I was like, Proverb 9:25. So I looked that up, and Proverb 9:25 is when the whirlwind passes by, the wicked is no more, but the righteous has an everlasting foundation. Tell me why we've been like so. First of all, I'm sorry, I won't tell me why. That's how I talk to myself whenever I notice this. We just had the hurricane. And this just like really stapled in like how important this dream was. But we just had the hurricane. Hurricane's done its shit, right? The wicked's no more. Shit's fallen down. Diddy arrested. Everything on the media. I hope you're seeing it. Beyonce, Jay Z are thrown under the bus. No, it's no. Yeah, it is because Rihanna's. I don't know. Rihanna's supposed to be in the mix. I don't know what happened to Rihanna, but uh, Jay Z and Beyonce are silent because of Diddy's arrest, and now everyone's looking at them. We're literally coming into the entirety of everything being fixed, basically, by everyone being handled by the divine. The wicked is becoming no more, but the righteous has an everlasting foundation. This is literally the time to reap your rewards. This is literally you being rewarded for things that you didn't even do. This is people coming into your life and giving you love that you have been trying to give to yourself or that you have been giving to yourself. Because let me tell you, on this self love journey, and not a lot of people will tell you this, sometimes you need someone to come into your life to show you that love so that you can use it yourself. Because when you're raised and you aren't shown love, at least the love that you are expecting or wanting or craving, you don't necessarily know how to fully give it to yourself without feeling wrong. So you need that external example. You need that mirror to help you. You need that twin flame to help you, you know? And it's really just showing you, like, throughout everything that you've been doing good, you know? You've been healing, you've been pushing forward. And when you're on this journey for so long, it doesn't even matter how long it could be a week, it could literally be a day of being on this journey. Your whole life just does not hit the same. People would judge you and look at you and try to challenge you and stuff, but it's not to worry because you are unchallengeable, okay? Whereas, you can't be pushed to a level that you're not at. You know what I mean? Like you can't be at a low vibration per se. Now, I'm going to talk about this because I need to. But what I mean by you can't be at a low vibration is a lot of this collective, and I'm especially a lot of you all because this is very very specific, or I would not be talking about it like here. Um, a lot of you all are super super undercover. Um, and what I mean by that is you slip into low vibrations. Not because you are one and not because those people need healing, but because you get data. Just as dark goes to light, light goes to dark. It's like, hey, what are you all doing over here? Not tattling on you all, not to ruin y'all's plans, because, I mean, if the divine wanted to ruin your plans, they would have done it way before me. But we're just here to check out, like, what's going on down here. And I feel like that's been a cycle for a lot of people, is just seeing what's going on. You know where you stand, but it's like, I'm just curious. You know what I mean? And that's a cycle that a lot of people are breaking because that contract's over. It's like an 8-year contract because of Pluto exiting what it's been in. It's an 8-year contract that's ending for a lot of people. Some people, this contract's been since 2008. I'm hearing. I think that's the actual. I think that's what was actually trying to come through. Now that I'm hearing it, I think it was this contract since 2018 is 2008. Excuse me, is ending it. It's not 8 years. It's 2008. Yeah, it's just 2008. They are confirming it. It's not 8 years. It's 2008. This contract has been going on since 2008. I want to nail it in so y'all don't get confused, because I know I would. Um, yeah, but some of you it might be 8 years, but I'm hearing 2008 is what I'm definitely hearing because yeah. But it's time for this is justice, by the way. Sorry, but it's time for this retribution. It's really time for all these people who said that you couldn't or you can't or there's no way to just kind of see that there wasn't a way because they wasn't accepting you. You were the way, is how it's really coming through. And you have to remember that. Like, you are the way. People come to you. Have you really gravitated towards anyone? And are the people that you gravitate? I just heard no. I just heard like no. But other than that, like, in the people that you do gravitate to, do you stay close to them very often, or do you find it to be distasteful? You know what I mean? It's this contract of you ending being near people that just aren't for you. These not, and they're not. Let's not call everyone karmic because everyone is karmic in the sense as karma is literally just the reaction. However you react is your karma is what you're going to get. If you react in a very pessimistic or violent way, then you will be met with those same actions. You know what I mean? That's just karma. It's either going to be external or internal. That's just really all it is. When someone says karmic, it's because it's an internal or external lesson that you need to internalize or externalize and understand, overstand. Um, but it's you realize that these people that like it's just they have that same vibration of where you left and you don't really want it. And the divine showing you that with your free will, you're kind of seeing how your free will is becoming more of a crutch, but not in a total bad way, but in a sense of like you you almost keep choosing people from a past version of yourself because you're still wanting it's like you want to go back and regrow with someone. You know what I mean? Instead of be at where you're at right now and then continuously grow with someone that comes into your life. Um, because you're someone that loves everyone. So of course you're gonna pick people like, yeah, I can see the good in you because you see the soul. You're not like you don't see flesh, you see the soul. You're different like that. And not a lot of people care, damn, or understand or like that. That's how they want it to come out. So you kind of just have to understand that. Um, and as well as the term equally yoked, that doesn't mean that you're gonna find someone who's exactly as smart as you because we're all different. You're gonna meet someone that can talk on the same level, can spread the same knowledge you do, can inform you on things that you want, and you can inform them. That's an equally yoked relationship. You know what I mean? And for the main part, and this is why dating and spirituality is kind of hard, because when you're spiritual, you really do lose entertainment from the physical. And it's not like the physical's boring, it's just there's more to do. And a lot of people aren't oh, looking for that. I'll leave it like that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people aren't looking for the deeper meanings. Not everyone's looking at leaves and looking at the different geometries. People like to say that, oh, you're autistic. No, you're just intrigued. Quit using these terms of like actual like ailments. Stop using them as like insults, basically. And you're at this level. It's like, oh, you're OCD because of this. Sometimes you're not OCD. Sometimes you just really like being organized. Being organized doesn't mean you have OCD. You know what I mean? Being intrigued in different things doesn't mean you're autistic. Being manic isn't a bad thing. Manic is just happiness and extreme happiness. Now if that mania makes you lose that, a sense of self and makes you detached, then yes, you should be worried about that. Not in the sense of, being like, you know what I mean? Like as long as you're not hurting no one and no one's hurting you, you're fine. But people will always try and throw shit at you, basically. You know what I mean? Like it's just this deeper understanding of what life is and what reality is and how your reality is based on actuality and what you're being told is what you're going to experience. um but it's this like the 3D is just not as bougie as it seems anymore. You know what I mean? there's a more there's just like more. And that there's no way to really explain it because I've even tried to explain this to people. I just don't care. And care means to be bothered or to be disrupted. I just really don't care about the 3D. It's going to do what it wants to do, and I know deep down that if anything's awry that the divine will do something to stop it just like that. The divine doesn't have to wait. The divine will do what it needs to do. And sometimes the divine doesn't do anything because we need to do something, and they know that we need to do it. Um, and that's kind of what this period is how long are you going to realize that you need to relax and rest? Because it's not going to stop your blessings from coming in, but it's going to make it harder, you know? You've already planted all your seeds, you've done good with the gardening. It's time for the sun and nature do what it does best. But it's like you keep running outside and checking on the seeds. It's like, oh, they're not grown yet. They're not grown yet. It's like, it's okay. Relax. It takes what, 20 days or something? I don't know what the 20 days was about. I don't know what flower or tree I was talking about when I said that. I'm sorry. But it just came to my head. Um, Something could be about the 20th as well. Yeah, but with the Nine of Cups reversed, yeah. It does seem like there's a lot of getting a taste of your own medicine. That's how it's coming out. Just looking at the imagery of this, it's really getting a taste of your own medicine, and people don't really like it. So again, like you might even be picking up on people who are around you or people that you used, yeah, with the Two of Cups reverse, people that you are no longer with or together, you're experiencing their energy still. So beware of that, especially because like the way the energy is, it's like, and it's more to do with your soul feeling it than you. So it's not like anything to worry about anyone attacking you. It's just your soul is understands that the contracts are being fulfilled. Like whatever has been done. You did what you had to do. It's not survivor's guilt because the soul doesn't feel that. The soul is feeling the everlasting love of how everyone helped you to get to this point. But your body, whatever field in your body, physical, mental, emotional, whatever of them has that trauma left in it, and takes it and feels it as grief, as sadness, as some form of guilt, or maybe even an attack. But it's your soul reminding you that you fulfilled your mission. and and even on your mission, the microcosm, the macro to the micro. Many are called, few are chosen. Many people were called into your life. Not many were chosen, were they? I have like one person, and I think they about to like. I don't. They are like in limbo right now. Is how spirit's telling me about them. But I got one friend, like one person that I talk to on a regular basis that I call a friend, that I call everyone a friend. You know what I mean? If you know me. Um, so like it's just showing you that though you tried to help so many people, those people just didn't help themselves. Um, and you can't hate them for it. You can't feel bad for them, but it's this empathy. It's this damn. It's the healing of the earth that's going on. I mean, there's even a fungi that's growing right now. And if you like, okay, first of all, I'll go look at Antarctica. Antarctica's becoming green. They got a lot of moss and a lot of greenery going up. We have a new plant life that intakes toxic chemicals. It's like it takes biochemicals and turns it into oxygen. It's like these mushroom things. Nature's healing itself always, and that's what you need to do. So you might even be feeling like nature healing itself, which is why you're so drained and exhausted because Gaia needs her energy back. And this is why, as well, a lot of people get sick and start dying around this time because, well, Gaia needs her fucking energy. It's time for rest, it's hibernation. As you know, the animals go in hibernation around this time. The birds and stuff, everyone starts to move because it's time to change and that energy needs to be shifted. I mean, and that's the real reason. That's why so many babies and shit are born within a certain period of time, and why so many elderly or just random accidents happen around another time. Gaia has to keep things in balance. Yes, some of it's man controlled, but regardless, Gaia will take people like, listen, it don't matter. Like if it's your time to go, you gotta go. And if Gaia takes that energy, if you go out by Gaia's command, then you just do. She's alive, a living, breathing thing. Goodness gracious, I'm so sorry. I'm next. I'm just joking. but she's a living, breathing, beautiful mother that inhabits all of us, and everything is done out of love. And we have to understand that the mother works harder than any parental figure, really. The mother always works the hardest because it's not about the physical labor, it's about the entirety of it, the mental, the emotional, the physical, the spiritual, every bit of it, you know? The masculine does a lot of mental and physical reinforcement and work, but the woman does all of it, you know? Being the only the harvest harbiter for a spirit to enter in, for a soul to enter in and be brought to life. There's a lot of work that goes in with that. And you really just have to think of it as Mother Earth like recuperating from birth and needing to shut down and getting into that depression era where everything concaves in, the darkness period, if you will. That's what a lot of us are dealing with right now, is really feeling that. Um, and I will say, especially for the masculines out there, because there is a lot of masculine guilt and shame that comes from the ego when men become spiritual. Because when a man becomes spiritual, they realize how, I want to say how wrong they've been, but that again feels like a really big projection. But it shows like the heart chakra is so important, dude. But like it's just the father the son trauma that passes down, where you're told to be a man and do all these things that don't make a man anything. It makes a terrorist, you know, someone that brings fear. If anything, let's be real, because a lot of people are afraid of men. And it's not because all men are evil and yada yada. If you're gonna say that, then that's, you should switch that up because it's not true. And what you're doing is brainwashing yourself, basically hypnotizing yourself to believe that all men are one thing, which is just not it. And if you are struggling with that, work through it. Though it can be hard, because trust me, I understand whenever someone does something, how you want to say all are, and it's not because one person, but because multiple people. But remember, you have not met every single person on this earth, so until you do, you cannot say, you know. And it has to be, and you can use the that, you can go like into the theories and shit and be like, yeah, but I've reincarnated XYZ amount of times and yada yada yada, and it's like, yeah, but have you met every man on this right now in this incarnation? No. So please understand it and look at it in that perspective if you're going to back up with that logic. And it's important to do this because it's part of the healing journey of the heart, because the heart is the strongest point. It's where it's the funnel. It's the vortex. It's how you literally take things from the internal to the external, you know? So when your heart is gunked up like that, you're unable to do what you need to do and see what you need to see. So really allowing, so back to the masculine thing, because it's all to do with the heart chakra, because you're told not to show your emotions, you're told to ball everything up, you're told to be strong. But what's being strong is being vulnerable, being transparent, you know? Being transparent is super strong. That's the strongest thing anyone can do. Because it takes guts. Even if you are very adept to your feelings, it still takes a lot of courage to truly tell which how your feelings are and express them, especially in a healthy manner. So, and again, like this is like, you know, with mid mental health and everything and going down those areas, it all connects, because it's not to say one's more important than the other, but it's to really just bring that awareness, because a lot of divine masculines aren't picked up because of that issue. The same thing with divine feminines when it comes to divine masculines as well, because there's been that distaste, that distrust that's built off of all the false and all the fakes, you know? And we're coming to the season where everything, all the truth's being exposed. So with the Aquarius, we got Pluto in Aquarius, all the dark is being, the darkness of your shadow and stuff is going to be exposed. Masks are falling off. It's time to really be honest with yourself and open with yourself and expressing. And I was talking with one of my one-on-one clients today, and I was telling them like it really is a time for rest, because everything you're healing from so much. You're seeing who you truly are, and who and who you want to be, who why you came down here in the first place. You're seeing all these truths now, and it's breaking down all these past barriers. It's breaking down all these past beliefs, all these insecurities that come from someone not understanding you, you know? And maybe the insecurity is because you're not sure about it yourself. You're not understanding something to your fullest extent. So maybe doing research as well will help you with that. But it really is. Do I have to sneeze or we good? Okay. But it really comes down to that. It really, really does. Um, so allow yourself to really relax in this season. You rest, cleanse, take care of yourself. I'm telling you, because the divine is here to give you what you deserve. The divine's not going to, you know, let anything bad happen. The divine's always going to be around, helping you, guiding you, allowing you to remember who you are. And for some of you, I am picking this up as well. It was really faint, so it's not a lot, but there is this uncertainty or fear of being able to say that you are a God in the sense of God is you. God who created all also created you. So that means you are God because you are also still creating here. Whether you want to claim to be a demigod or a goddess or a god or however you wish to be, you do inhabit that energy, that power, that vibration. And the acceptance of that is what the divine really, really, really needs you to see. And this could be from religious traumas or religious fears. But remember, that's man saying that you can't say that. It's man saying, oh, you can't say you're God. Whenever in every scripture it says, ye are gods. Let's make them in the image of us. It's there for a reason, and it's to tell you that you are. But man doesn't want you to think that. It's not ego, it's truth. It's your soul. You wouldn't be alive without having some sort of God in you. It's the breath of life. You speak everything. You do the same things that God does. That's what it's showing you. And besides the point, God literally just means superhuman. Whether that's mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, doesn't matter. And a lot of people are when you have that it's what's called emotional intelligence. When you're emotionally intelligent, you can be seen as a god because you can manipulate people, and manipulation is not a bad thing either. It's a neutral term. You can, you have people who manipulate to get people to do dumb shit, but then you can also manipulate people to not spaz out on you or manipulate an argument to simmer down instead of being so explosive. You know what I mean? It's understanding the power of like you and your words and the tongue and all these things that we're told about. But then when it comes to a personal level, we feel like we can't say that because, oh, if I was a god, I'd be here. Well, you are there, but you're not matching the vibration of it fully because you don't believe that physically you can obtain it, but spiritually you know you can. It's the belief, it's the switching of the thoughts. So really give yourself time to rest. Really, that's like the main message is give yourself time to rest. Give yourself time to really just take time and relax. And don't say that you can't because listen, if you need rest, if you ever say that you can't do something, I need you to understand the power of your will and the power of your tongue. If you ever say, oh, I can't do this, you're canceling out every possible timeline of you doing that thing. You're canceling it. You're telling the universe that you don't want it. Can't. You killed Abel. When you say you can't do something, you are unable to do it. You're able to do anything in this infinite world, but it's the refusal to accept your own responsibility for saying and adding your own dilemmas over your life. And that's and to be completely clear and transparent, yes, you're doing it. Yes, someone else told you that shit before, but why are you still agreeing to it and verbalizing it and thinking it to this day? And of course, it's a process to work through, but ask yourself, If someone else said that you can't, but you know internally that you can, why do you still subscribe to them saying that? That's the rest you really need to give yourself is resting and dropping it, the law of detachment, detaching from everything, detach from your thoughts, from your own thoughts, from thoughts other people put in your head and just observe them and be like, you know what? This isn't how I want to think. This isn't how I want to be. I'd rather do something else with my life, you know? So I'm gonna shuffle this. We're gonna get three. I'm hearing three. We're not gonna read from the book. Well, I guess you can pop out. The first one that popped out is ironically number one, and that's abundance. But this is your abundance is coming, y'all. Seriously, the abundance is coming. The abundance is coming. I keep hearing the abundance is real. If you haven't heard that song by Mellow Will, I would definitely look it up. It's a good song. But we have reapproach and secrets. Reapproach is 25 or 7, and secrets is 28 or 30, technically 3. It could also be 10, so it could also be 1 as well, however you want to take it. 1 or 3. Yeah. Mm, there is like there is something about like a health increase. If you've been feeling sick, you expect like your health to increase. I'm hearing it. I have to say it for some of you, someone tried to use gopher dust on you, and I'm being also called to say this. If you don't know what gopher's dust is, don't worry about it. You can look it up, but don't worry about it. If you know what gopher's dust is and you know what to do about that information, do what you need to do because um that's what I'm just being told. Because I am picking up there's like a practitioner or two that's up in here. So, y'all know how to defend yourself. Y'all know what you got to do. I know what you got to do too. You just do it. So, but someone might have used gopher dust on you, which is why you kind of felt ill or got like a weird rash on you. Someone used gopher dust. Um, we're just gonna bust that shit out the water because that was bad. You know what I mean? But I heard it clear as day. I heard someone's using gopher dust, like mocking them. So obviously, someone's getting fucked up regardless. Doesn't have to be by you per se, but if you want to go ahead and, do you a protection thing or like a what is it called? Y'all know what it's called, but yeah, if you got to go do one of those, you go do it. Um, I get the fuck away from me spell or whatever the hell. Um, Something about a jar as well, but that jar has nothing to do with being used against you all. It's the what is it called? I have it written down in my thing, but it's that protection jar. I can't Here it is. Excuse the noises. I got all sorts of shit up here. Yeah, the enemy trapper jar. If y'all know how to use that, then y'all do. I'm talking to the real hoodooers out there. You know what I mean? Um, so I'm picking up on a few hoodooers in here, and you're always fucking welcome here, honey. Always. If you do, I don't care what kind of arts you're into. I understand the importance of it and how it can be used in both protective and defensive, um, regardless of how you want to identify them. So do what you got to do. There is some sort of pendulum or coin or some sort of spiritual item that you just carry with you a lot that's also getting an upgrade because of the Pluto going into direct with Aquarius. I'm hearing the Lama Damas, um, for sure. Yeah, if I'm picking up heavy Lama Dama energy. So they got you. Expect divination, psychic abilities to increase, a lot of protection, health upgrades. So Lama Dama is helping you. I don't even if you don't know who Lama Dama is, look them up. I'm even gonna say this, even if you're white and you don't know what Lama Dama is, look them up. because it doesn't matter what race you are right now, you have a whole lineage, and not everyone in your lineage is one color. Let's just be real, okay? So you do have some Lama Dama protection coming up and really helping you. And the reason I'm not going to tell y'all what Lama Damas are is I encourage you all to do your own research on them because it's a very personal connection that you get with Lama Damas. They are beautiful when you work with them. Oh my God, I love Lama Dama so much. But if you want to know like the most classic Lama Dama image, the fucking Aunt Jemima bottles. What before they got rebranded to this dumb ass shit that they're now, that used to be a Lama Dama statue. The more you know. That's why they took it away, by the way. For the ones that didn't know why and they knew about and they knew about that shit, that's why they took it away because they knew this shit was gonna pop up anyway. It's a little too late for them to do all these rebrands and shit, but you know, it's whatever. They want to do it anyway, but nothing on the physical one can stop the spiritual because it has to happen in the spiritual. But yeah, there's a lot of secrets. There's like this your whatever you do, whatever's like secret item you have on you, or whatever like secret way of divining that you have per se is going to get stronger. Um, as well as getting an item, maybe getting a pendulum, maybe getting like a coin or something, or like a rabbit's foot or something to just like divine with, even if it's like a rock or something, and really attaching some energy to it, not necessarily to boost you, but to get like quick yes and no answers. You know what I mean? Like there's something about really stepping into who you are and knowing that you can do these things too, and starting off big or starting off small. And it can even be like a penny or a quarter. It doesn't matter. If you find pennies, your ancestors are around you tenfold, okay? If you find pennies, they're near you. I forgot. It's uh it's Oya, isn't it? Oya likes pennies. So it might be Oya. Yeah, oh my God. I got flared up. Oya's with you too. Whoa, okay, mama, chill. Oh my God. Sorry. That was crazy energy I just got. Mm, no, but yeah, you might even have Oya with you, some of the Orishas. That's a lot of energy. Holy shit. I got shocked. Like root chakra exploded, and then all those energy just so got that good. We're settled. But really, really tap in with that. And especially with the snakes on here with seven, we are in the year of seven, and this is just reapproaching healing. We're going into snake year next year, which is kind of funny. Uh, well, no, we're in the year of eight. My bad. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Um, just get ready for healing. Just get ready for healing. Like it's something's blossoming. So just allow yourself to give yourself grace and to relax. And my solar plexus is about to fucking explode. Why am I going through such a crazy ass poof right now? I don't know. We'll figure it out later. But expect this because there's something in like that's awakening within you, basically. A newfound respect for yourself is what I'm really hearing. Sorry if that noise was there. I put the cards in the laptop. But that's what I have for you all. What I have for you all. Um, thank you all so much for being a member. Again, I greatly appreciate it. You are not required to do this, but I am so thankful that you do. Um, but yeah, if you need to redeem any of your rewards as well, don't be afraid to email me. I got you. The sigils are only for the are always posted. Um, but if you need one any of the other service, don't be afraid to ask me. It might take me a while, depending, but like I will always get to you. Um, if you're needing any bracelets, you can hit up Spirit Ardor. It links in the description and use code Solitaire20 for 20% off. If you need a reading or any other service, you can also just send me an email for that as well, books or whatever. But regardless, thank you all so much for the extended support that you give me, including the likes, comments, share, subscribes, the donations, whether they are energetic or financial. I appreciate both of them tenfold. Goodness gracious, tenfold, and forever. But I love each and every one of you to the moon and back, tenfold and forever. I will see you later. And again, thank you all so much for the extended support. I greatly appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you later.